Right, Jen here, and today we're going to be playing some Empires of the Undergrowth. It's a pretty new early access game on Steam, and it's a strategy game with ants. Let's check it out. Let's just go with Formicary. Red is fine. Start. There's gonna be a bit of a dialogue here.
I see the Queen has taken well to her new home.
It's fascinating. She has already started to spawn. Incredible, really, that we found such a healthy specimen.
How long until we can expect to see interspecies polymorphism?
We should be patient and allow the colony to grow first. I've placed food nearby. Then we will introduce the Formica fusca and observe their reaction.
Excellent. Keep me updated on their progress.
Right. So, it's a real-time strategy game with ants and other bugs.
Come on now, my little ants. You need space to grow.
And
Dig,
that
dig,
dude
dig.
keeps on talking. You can dig like this with left mouse button.
They're beginning to expand their territory.
Excellent news. Is something wrong?
I've provided them with food just a few centimeters south of the Queen, but they don't seem to be interested.
If they are too distressed to collect food, then we will have to replace the colony and start again.
Such a terrible waste.
So now they're getting the food from this place. You saw the green outlines on the fog of war. This is the nest group. These ants do all kinds of chores around the queen, and you can, once you have other groups of ants, you can assign them their own slots, and you can give commands, general commands with these pheromone markers, and they do whatever they seem fit near that pheromone marker, so you don't give specific orders to them. It's a pretty cool system. Here's the building system. You basically assign slots. This is food storage. And here you can see it goes up as they build it. This is the upgrade system. It's based on proximity of either walls or slots that are adjacent to the slot you're trying to upgrade. So you can upgrade these because this one is obviously surrounded by slots, so let's upgrade it. And these walls count as slots also, so you don't want to dig too much when you're building. And here is a speed up tile. It costs a little bit of food to make, but it's a good idea to build them because in combat reinforcements are really important to get. I should not have built those at this point though, because we only had so much food. These guys do the automatic gathering, but now I'm gonna put them here for a second so they gather up the food faster and we can get some progress. These are the worker ants. They cost 20 food to make the whatever you call that.
The Queen has begun to lay new eggs.
Perfect. We will soon have a thriving colony.
Nursery tile. And you you're gonna wanna have like, I usually go with 9 or 8 workers or 7, depending on the scenario. You can see there's the larvae, and they cost 2 food to hatch when they are workers, and I think it's 5 for soldiers, which we don't have yet in the formicarium phase. You have this screen here, which gives us access to scenarios for which we get bonus or prizes. There's the royal jelly, which you use here to upgrade your ants, and then there's the population cap there, which also gets upgraded once you do these challenges. This challenge here is a kind of a gateway mission. It means that they actually challenge the formicarium and not the scenario. Like here you spawn into a new map kinda and complete it without any risk to your actual formicarium, but in this one you can actually die in the formicarium, so you gotta be really prepared before you click this one. I think we're about ready to check out our first scenario, new home. You can choose the difficulty and play these scenarios as many times as you like, and you get these. This is the how many slots you can dig out in the formicarium. This is food reward, and this is the royal jelly that is for the upgrading. And like it says, there's every time you play the first time you can get a bonus amount of this, and once you're completed it once, you can have a bit of a challenge where they spawn in some different kind of monsters during the normal progression of the scenario. I think we're just gonna go ahead and start with the easy mode.
This Formica fusca queen has set up home beneath a rotting log. She is fat and vulnerable. Her first brood will need to move quickly if the colony is to survive. Their priority now is to find food, and there is plenty around. But there are other hungry creatures down here. The workers will need to be vigilant. The ants have encountered a pocket of woodworm. These defenseless weevil larvae will make an excellent meal for the colony. They will be butchered and carried off for processing.
So, these green things are the food you can dig out, and those red exclamation marks mean that there is something hostile also. So you want to have some soldier ants available before you start digging into those. Like you can see here, we can now build the black ant nursery tile, which is the soldier. I think this is as good a place as any to start. They cost 50 food to start up and 5 to hatch. The hatching price is every time one of them dies, they hatch, and it costs the hatching, of course, the first time too, but we don't have enough food now, so I think next we should get some workers online so we can or order them around a bit better. They kill the maggots and then carry them to the food storage. And it gets added up here once it's in the food storage. This is also counted as food storage. So let's do some workers. I think we have 4 soldiers and 3 workers now, so I guess we could try and, well, there's some food yet untouched by the red exclamation mark, so best get everything we can before we start fighting. Sometimes they can be pretty rough once you find them. They're in the exclamation points. And again, this is the first level and it's easy mode, so I'm not too worried. But those worker ants really aren't too good at fighting, so I'm thinking I should get a few more soldiers before we start expanding. Okay, I think we do one more, then we'll dig this one. You want to have the soldiers nearby when you give the dig order. Here's the soldiers. Quite a bit larger than the workers, like you can see one walking past right there. Let's dig this one in, and I think there's gonna be some, well, dialogue for what there is facing us.
The workers have uncovered carnivorous larvae of Ocypus olens, the devil's coach horse. They are born ready for combat, with powerful slicing mandibles for chopping up their prey. They are still small, however, and must undergo a final pupation before their armor is fully developed. If the ants are fast, they should be able to overwhelm these critters.
Like you can see, that was pretty easy with the soldiers. And the soldiers also carry food back to the
There are
home
intruders in the nest.
if you have this one checked. Sometimes it's a good idea to...
If the ants had disturbed the adult of these larvae, the outcome for the colony may not have been so fortunate.
Guy's a bit of a
Must
chatty
expand
mouth.
with caution.
There. Now we can get some more food, and now we can expand our workforce. Thinking I'm gonna upgrade this bit, this too. The upgraded ants are stronger, obviously, and it is a good idea to get them as upgraded as possible.
Predators are loose in the nest. The larvae must be protected.
Go ahead and kill that guy. Then the next step is gonna be, I think, expanding this a little bit so we get more room for our soldiers. So it was a good idea to have the fast-moving tiles next to ants are. You don't want the ants to pass through these because they are slower when they walk through build tiles. So, if possible, you want to have road system.
This colony must remain small for now. Food is too scarce to support greater numbers.
A road system that is separated from the actual build tiles. I think we're just gonna go ahead and attack these guys too.
There are intruders in the nest.
There we go. There you saw some of the workers got killed because I sent them fighting and they got spawned once we got more food. There seems to be a lot of easy pickings here.
These wood lice will make a significant addition to the colony's larders, but they are clinging tightly to the ground. It's going to take some effort to dislodge them.
They basically just kill them and flip them up. It's always a good idea to have quite a large food reserve because when the fighting gets real, you might want to have as many of the reinforcement spawns coming as fast as possible. That's pretty much the most important thing you want to worry about in this game. Of course, you need to have enough ants to the tasks, but I think actually we should do a bit of a highway here so that ants do not have to go past here. We have plenty of food now, so I'm thinking we're gonna do like so. So, should we need reinforcements, they are faster to be in the place where they're needed. It's a good idea to also have multiple different groups every, like you can see now that I'm pointing this, that one lights up. Now that I'm pointing this, that one lights up, and that one. So you can pretty much, thinking we might even put another soldier build here. So have our workers collect those. Kind of want to always look at what they are gathering and stop building before they have taken everything, so you have the reserve for the new spawns. I think these are all cleared from food. Yeah. So next step, oh, there's a smaller combat here.
Predators are loose in the nest. The larvae must be protected.
Assign these to 3.
This colony must remain small for now. Food is too scarce to support greater numbers.
That guy likes his own voice.
Predators are loose in the nest. The larvae must be protected.
This is the area you're gonna wanna save for last. There's some nasty stuff waiting inside there.
Predators are loose in the nest. The larvae must be protected.
Like you can see, there's a bit of a latency on the commands because they are kind of like pheromone markers. So as there's a gray one, some of the ants kind of linger and not realize that there's a new pheromone marker. So you're gonna wanna park them next to the place you need them before you need them.
Predators are loose in the nest. The larvae must be protected.
There we go. I'm thinking 13 is gonna be a decent number. Well, let's do 15 on both. 15 on both soldier troops, and then we start upgrading them. No more food. So let's get digging. Once you get further away from the
There are intruders in the nest.
what you call it, nest groups spawn area, you need to assign the workforce you have here to do the digging.
The colony is starving.
Stuff.
There is not enough food to feed the new brood.
Plenty of food coming. Here's some easy pickings too. There's one extra here, so it's easier to upgrade. These tiles are stone and you can't dig them out, so like you can see here, there's a bit of a bottleneck here. Just grab all that food and start upgrading these. I haven't really seen that much use for upgrading the workers if you primarily use them to just carry food and dig, so they are cheap to spawn in new ones too, so it's not that big of a deal if they die easy. In my opinion. Of course, if you have the extra food, you may want to do that.
Predators are loose in the nest. The larvae must be protected.
See, there's the green circle around the things. It means that when it's full, you can upgrade it, and that this means that it needs to be adjacent to one more tile, or however many sections are missing from the full circle. Let's see. I'm thinking we're gonna dig out a new highway here. So we have a straight connection from our soldiers to this area, so the respawns are fast. Also, when you're upgrading, you want to be careful not to spend all your food to get the reinforcements when you need them. If there is food without a battle, you always grab it, because it gives you the opportunity to get your force a little bit better step by step. There we go. Plenty of food still coming. You're building these roads, you kind of want to keep an eye on what routes they are using at the moment, so you can act accordingly. No, I think we're just about ready to get fighting that end boss kind of thing. Just about enough food for what we can do, I think. Let's see what we got here.
There are intruders in the nest.
Big old bug.
The ants have stumbled into the path of a fully developed devil's coach horse beetle, and it's hungry for breakfast. The beetle is almost 4 times the size of a black ant, and protected by thick plates of external armor. Whilst it bites at the tiny defenders, it sprays foul-smelling secretions from the end of its raised abdomen, disorientating the ants. The devil's coach horse is dead. Its corpse will provide food to support dozens of new brood.
There's gonna be, I think, 3 of those bigger ones here, so you're gonna want to be kind of prepared for that. Easy mode, of course, is easy, but those things are kind of badass. Let's see, maybe some. Here we have a slot that we can upgrade to full 3 slots, and now we have here the same here. And that is all the food we're gonna get. We'll just wait for the last bits to go. Storage, nothing moving, I don't think. Now we just have to hope that we have enough soldiers and enough upgrades and enough food for the reinforcements. But it's always a good idea to wait a little bit before you start digging.
Predators are
Here we
loose in
go.
the nest.
Lots
The larvae must be
of
protected.
stuff going on. Bee stick. Guess not. What's the battle? Seems like we're gonna win. Like you can see, the reinforcements are pouring.
The colony is starving.
Also
There
in
is
the
not
map
enough
here.
food to feed the new brood.
There we
This
go.
Formica fusca colony has now established itself as a rising power in the Undergrowth. Soon their territory will need to expand above ground, where new challenges await. For the time being, however, the Queen is safe.
Like you can see, it's Christmas time now that I'm playing this. And here's the rewards. You can choose to have a little bit more extra territory, extra food, or extra royal jelly. I always pick the royal jelly because it's pretty much the one you want to have. And now we just end level. That was the Empires of the Undergrowth. Hope you liked it. Bye bye.